How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
Personally, I think I like Donald Trump personally, and while one having the same sex as him doesn't really matter. He has a dick, I have a dick, and one thing I have to say, he'd be a better president than Hillary anyway.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Actually, in my opinion, I do like romantic comedies. I do think romantic comedies are worth the time in watching, and I think it's a lot of fun to watch two people fall in love over some romance. I like the Adam Sandler romantic comedy, and I also like some other romantic comedies that have come out over the years. It's just I don't like every single one. So why are you asking why do you hate rom-coms when I don't even know what a rom-com is until I searched it up and it was a romantic comedy? I think romantic comedies are funny. Just don't say rom-com.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Jeez, did you go to school? Because that's oversimplification. You do not say everybody likes this and everybody likes that. It's just a fact. I don't personally like The Notebook, and I love Beyonce. It's just not everybody likes it. Some people actually even hate Beyonce. My mom doesn't like Beyonce. My mom loves The Notebook. My dad doesn't like Beyonce and The Notebook. So yeah, personally, it's just personal preference, not a fact.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Why?
That's easily a stereotype, because I know a lot of guys at school who love to talk about male actors, and I've seen a lot of girls who like to talk about boobs. You know, I love this idea, but it's just a stereotype, and you guys think that just because we're men, we become sexually attracted to boobs in movies. We don't talk about boobs for hours. We mainly talk about beer, video games, guns, and everything else. Just kidding. That's just a joke. It's depending on personal preference.
Do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why?
A lot of shows that I watch actually do have a female lead. I watched Jessica Jones. They had a great female lead. Star vs. the Forces of Evil, great female lead. Mabel from Gravity Falls, great female lead. A lot of great female leads I've been watching lately, so you're assuming that just because I watch TV doesn't mean I watch it with a female lead, just because I assume I hate it. I actually like female leads in movies and animation a lot like male leads.
Are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
You know why? Because you look like a joke. But, okay, that was a very bad joke. It's even better than this video, though.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
First of all, my question is, why would you talk about obsession when you're just starting a relationship? I do know that there are obsessive people out there, but not every single guy obsesses with girls. I am one of those people who don't obsess with every single girl I date. If I like them, I try not to be obsessed with them, but if I am obsessed with them, that means I like them even more. So, it's a positive, not a negative, but you're making it sound like a negative.
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
I was talking to a couple of friends of mine 2 years ago. They told me that when they were dating their boyfriend, that if they keep talking to them, their boyfriend will think they're obsessed. Why are you asking the question to us when, in all honesty, you guys are doing it yourselves? Surprisingly, you guys are more obsessed with us than you're obsessed with these questions. And the questions, in my opinion, are stupid.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Okay, woman, would you be upset if I slept with many other women when I was dating you? Would you be upset to that? Because I would be very, very irritated to see a girl that I like sleeping with other people. I would assume they're cheating. And they probably are. So, if you're asking me, why can't I cheat on people? If you can't tell me to, because that's cheating on people and adultery as well.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
Okay, this is just another typical stereotypical feminist question given out by Buzzfeed, because Buzzfeed is like We need to give out feminist questions to feminism to give to men. And it doesn't make any sense. That question sucks. That question doesn't make any sense. First of all, I do not call a woman a slut or a tease unless I want to. It's the First Amendment. I have the right to say whatever I want, and you're not the boss. And it's stereotypes.
What world does no mean yes?
Probably this question may be too young for me, but what in the world does no mean yes? I don't freaking know. It's one of the stupidest questions I've ever heard. I wish this question didn't exist. Why does it exist? Probably because Buzzfeed using it for money. So pretty much, yeah, this is no means yes. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna have to ask somebody. Well, because your question didn't make any sense, and also because I'm a kid doing a video about adults whining.
No means no.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
That is what I indeed call another feminist question. I've seen so many feminist questions in this blog. It's bad. And for you to be like, why can't I be a leader? Don't you like shows with women involved? Because maybe we don't like it. Maybe I don't like the one with Angelina Jolie being lead in the movie Tomb Raider. Maybe I don't like Miss Marvel. Maybe I don't like any of those female leads because I don't want to. Not because a feminist said I did.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
Yet again, another stereotypical question. This question has been given out multiple times. Another stereotypical feminist question because these kinds of people are just looking at pop culture and they're looking at the hip-hop songs, backgrounds and all that. They're not looking at reality. We don't ask for your body unless we feel like we're ready. Some people get it before marriage, some people get it after marriage. We just don't ask for your body because we trust you. I didn't want your body anyway. Oh God, why am I getting that image stuck in my head again? Why? BuzzFeed, why?
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Oh, you're talking about Jacob Sartorius again. You don't know what you're talking about. Just kidding. But in all honesty, you're looking at the stereotypes. Not a lot of men send dick pics. I've seen a friend of mine's been affected by it, been scarred for life by a dick pic. But you gotta remember, they're just stupid. They just want it because that's the stereotype, apparently, made by feminists.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
How does it
You really are looking at the stereotypes, aren't you? We don't offend people. Most of the friends of mine I have are women, and I don't like to offend any women, because, well, one, if I offend a woman, then I'm offending half our population. And for you saying that we only offend women in one joke, but the other, you guys do the same thing. You guys offend us all the time, too. So, you're hitting yourself in the face.
feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Why, maybe we were making a rude comment. Maybe we were disagreeing with you. But just because you had to make that a question on the internet, really? Maybe we didn't agree with your points. You're thinking that it's an interruption. We're not disgracing you during the middle of your point. But if we are, then we're mostly apologize. But why would you make that a question to ask to men? Women do that too. So, some of the questions that you have said today, women have done that too. So, technically, you're asking a question about everyone. Jeez.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get
Well, because while you guys have nothing in between, we have something in between. So, yeah. That's why we do it. We feel more comfortable when we do that.
that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
Actually, technically, your boobs look more comfortable than our balls because, well, one, your boobs are located in a place that is actually easy to get air from. The pants, not that easy, and we do feel uncomfortable at times wearing them.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you? Like watermelons through like...
This one's a little long, but I'll explain. Back in the early history, men were conceived as stronger than women because that was the norm back then. We live in the 21st century, and that's totally false now. To be able to ask that question, in my opinion, is one of the stupidest questions I have heard. And why would I say it's stupid? Because it is. And the reason why I think it's stupid is because it is. Being curious, that may be a curiosity question, but in my opinion, that's one of the worst curiosity questions I've heard in a while. Why are we the weaker sex? Because you believe that, even though you may be the stronger sex now in the business world, you were just the weaker sex back then, not now.
this.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
First of all, you should never show emotion in public, because if you show emotion in public, people are going to think that you're whiny, and some people are going to think that you're crazy. It's just also personal preference as well. Personal preference, some people don't really care about your emotion. Nobody cares about your life. They just only care about theirs. Yep, that's the truth about life, guys.
Means you're human.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
What?
Let me just bet that the only people you were looking at in high school were fuckboys, because fuckboys show their masculinity. Everybody else really doesn't care. Not a lot of guys I know show their masculinity in public. And to prove you. A lot of guys show charisma, endurance, and perseverance. They don't show masculinity as much as they used to. And cleanliness as well, because that's really important.
Why the f isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get genders?
Why is it
Yep, bad words do have genders. As stated in top 10 facts about swearing, fuck, shit, and motherfucker are mainly said by men, while piss, retard, and bitch are mainly said by women. And men swear more than women. So that is why it's ladylike to not swear. It's because men swear more than women. Well, and also because it sounds weird too. Just in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with women swearing.
your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Why do you
Rape is a very serious subject. So why in the hell are you mentioning rape and you're saying, why are we not allowed to be talking about our rape while you're allowed to talk about rape? It doesn't make any sense. Because you guys get raped more than we do. And whenever we get raped, you guys make fun of it. You guys make fun of women in bondage raping men. Men get abused too, Carols. Look at Matthew Santora.
assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Why?
Women do tend to show emotion whenever they're during their periodic state. But just because they're on your period doesn't mean you're angry all the time. You could still be very happy. It's just when you look different, probably means you're on your period. But just because you're angry doesn't mean you can be on your period or not period when you're angry. So this question, in my opinion, sounds bogus because I know women who are angry and they're not on their period.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
You do make a point about dick size and you do make a point about makeup and all that, but my goal in life is I just don't want women to change who they are. This is why I don't like about plastic surgery. I want women to be who they are. I don't want women to be plastic Barbie dolls. I want women to have the body and the beauty that they've had, and what they were born with, not what they were plastically given.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
It's called personal privacy, and we do not want to know what you do.
You have a coochie?
Why
Nope.
are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Well, because they're hot in our opinion, and it makes me ask the same question. So you're using circular reasoning. So technically, it's kind of like if we asked you, why are straight girls obsessed with hot gay men? Because they think they're hot. That's the answer.
Does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
Hurts like hell, please don't mention it.
Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
Nope. I'm proud that I have a penis. As well, many people would say. No, but in all honesty, is that... Have you ever been tired of being a man? Well, no, I'm not. Because I was born this way. I'm sorry if I disappointed you.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
I'm not afraid of gender equality. I feel like that it's great that to see both men and women getting the same equal rights. We both have the same equal rights. We still have quite a few things to fix, but once we get those few things fixed, I think we'll be good in the long run. It's just you guys are asking for more rights, which is very unfortunate. We do have gender rights, and gender rights have been in America since 1910, but they have improved in 1970. And in the 21st century, they've improved even more.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
How is that fair?
Why are you
That's just been the politics system, unfortunately. They've been trying to fix that system for a long time, trying to pay everybody the same, but due to the fact that they've had an issue with it, I think that system's not going to be fixed for a while, but I expect it to be fixed within the next 5 or 10 years, maybe even next year. I don't know. Within the next 5 years, that's what I'll expect it to be fixed. Make both men and women equal $1. Make everybody equal $1.
intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome. More money.
Why are
It's because we have fierce competition, and in the business world, we need to find a way to outsmart the competitor, man or woman, black or white, whatever it is. If they are making more money than us, then we need to think of a new tactic that would work. That means we can be able to make more money than you in the long run. So technically, that's just a business tactic, and that woman's probably more successful, but she'll eventually get beaten one day. In all honesty.
opinionated women seen as bitches?
When
It's just a hip-hop stereotype. Unfortunately, rappers use it just so they can be able to attract a crowd. We don't call women bitches. That's just our genre. I don't like calling women bitches at all. Just personally. And I do listen to hip-hop music, so I understand.
opinionated men are seen as bosses.
Well, woman, then just about a lot of the world leaders, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, and so many other leaders and CEOs that are men are pretty much bosses then, because they're opinionated. Every man has an opinion. Just because you don't agree with their opinion doesn't mean you need to follow through or call them a boss. That would mean you're calling me a boss, and I don't own a company, and I don't like to boss people around that much.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to...
Just because my friends make them doesn't mean I make them. And if they did say that behind my back, I really wouldn't care, because it's their lives. I'd rather them get humiliated than for me to lose my own friends because they make jokes about women. I know so many women who make jokes about men, and men who make jokes about women. So technically, that's just a feminist question, because they can live their life. Nobody cares.
women?
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something.
Well, that's just technically my white privilege. Not a lot of people talk about white privilege. Most people consider white privilege to be just something racist. But in all honesty, that's just my white privilege. And it's my privilege and my ability to do whatever I want. And just because you're thinking, oh, you're going against women, that shouldn't be a privilege. If they want to, they can. They don't have to follow under rules. It's the Declaration of Independence, freedom of speech. Anyway, if you guys like the truth about... this was probably one of the stupidest videos I've seen in a long time. Well, first of all, because all the questions that I've seen are just roundabouts. And not just roundabouts, they're also rhetoricals, and they're oversimplification. Just because you like something doesn't mean we have to, is probably my main message for today. But just because, if you have a lot of questions related to men, talk to your sister, talk to your friends. Don't listen to Buzzfeed, because Buzzfeed doesn't even answer your questions. Buzzfeed just asks you the stupid question and thinks of how you can answer it, and relies on YouTube adult males and teenagers to answer them. In all honesty, this video is just stupid, stereotypical, and it uses feminism a lot in this video. There's nothing wrong with feminism, it's just whenever you use it too much, it's gonna really drive people insane. So, next time you do a video related to feminism, don't do it. Anyway, see you guys later.
Everybody's mad. Extra all the time. I think we need more tracks like this. This is something to relax to.
Something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax, something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax, something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax, something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax.
Indian style on top of a waterfall flow. Had my whole life in front of me. Watched it all go smoothly. On top of the charts was me up in my drop, but then my dream bubble popped. It seems life is always different when we open our eyes. This song goes out to anybody trying to get by, but it's constantly low, so you gotta stay high. If this can help you with your issues, then I need you to vibe. I don't really care about the tough guy image. I'm pretty sure a mother who is spent but has given everything to her children. 3 jobs just for living, doesn't really give a if I get mad women. Skaters to the gangsters, punks to the preps. Everybody's got issues, and for that I'll rep. Don't usually spit, but this is something I'll rap to. Ego at the door, and this is something to relax to.
Something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax, something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax, something to relax to, something to relax to, ooh. Something to relax to, something to relax, relax.